Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today in this video we will talk about 10 of the coldest cities in the world to move to for under 1800 USD per month. However, before we start our countdown, we would appreciate it if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel and also press the bell icon. So let's get started. Novosibirsk, Russia. Novosibirsk, city, administrative center of Novosibirsk Oblast, region, and the chief city of Western Siberia in south-central Russia. It lies along the Ob River, where the latter is crossed by the Trans-Siberian Railroad. It developed after the village of Krivoshtikovo on the left bank was chosen as the crossing point of the Ob for the Trans-Siberian Railroad in 1893. The settlement was known variously as Vusevka or Alexandrovsk, but in 1895 it was renamed Novonikolayevsk in honor of the accession of Tsar Nicholas II. The bridge was completed in 1897, and in 1903 town status was conferred. Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia. Ulaanbaatar, also spelled Ulaanbaatar, formerly Urga or Nisal Kyrgyz, capital and largest city of Mongolia. It is situated on the Tula River on a windswept plateau at an elevation of 4,430 feet, 1,350 meters. The city originated as a seasonal migratory abode of the Mongolian princes and in 1639 finally attained permanence on the present site with the construction of Dakur Monastery. This building became the residence of the Bago-Gagan, high priest of the Tibetan Buddhist religion, to which the Mongols adhere, and remained as such for about 200 years. Harbin, China. Harbin is China's northernmost major city, with a population in excess of 10 million, and over 4 million in the city center alone. The city has been influenced a lot by neighboring Russia, in particular after the October Revolution of 1917, when the Russians of the White Movement that supported the deposed Tsar escaped the country after the communist takeover, many of whom settled in Harbin. Although most of these Russians were deported back to Russia during the Soviet occupation of Harbin at the end of World War II, or fled following the communist victory in the Chinese Civil War, the Russian influence remains clearly visible in the building styles and foods. The city was founded in 1897 as a camp for Russian engineers surveying the Trans-Siberian Railway. Labor demands brought in a collection of outcasts from across Russia, Poland, and even from within Manchuria. Winnipeg, Canada. Winnipeg, city, capital, 1870, of Manitoba, Canada. It lies at the confluence of the Red and Assiniboine rivers, 40 miles, 65 kilometers, southwest of Lake Winnipeg and 60 miles, 95 kilometers, north of the U.S. state of Minnesota. Winnipeg is the economic and cultural center of Manitoba and is at the heart of the most populous metropolitan area in central Canada. Fort Rouge was established on the site in 1738 by the French voyageur La Vérendrye. It was followed later by Fort Gibraltar, built by the Northwest Company in 1810, and Fort Garry, Hudson's Bay Company, 1821. Minneapolis, USA. Minneapolis, city, seat of Hennepin County, southeastern Minnesota. U.S. It lies at the head of navigation on the Mississippi River, near the river's confluence with the Minnesota River. With adjoining St. Paul to the east, it forms the Twin Cities metropolitan area, the largest conurbation in the state and in the U.S. North Central region. Suburban communities include Columbia Heights, north, Brooklyn Park, northwest, Plymouth and St. Louis Park, west, and Richfield and Bloomington, south. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Minneapolis, the state's most populous city, spreads out on a relatively level plain. Within its limits are 22 lakes and lagoons, and some 170 parks. The city's riverfront is part of Mississippi National River and Recreation Area, 1988. Lake Minnetonka, 12 miles, 19 kilometers, long and with 110 miles, 177 kilometers, of irregular shoreline is in the western suburban area. Its outlet, Minnehaha Creek, flows eastward and then drops 53 feet, 16 meters, over an escarpment at Minnehaha Falls. Omsk, Russia. Omsk is one of the largest cities in Russia, located at the confluence of the Irtysh and Am rivers. It is a large scientific, cultural, sports, and industrial center. Omsk is a city with more than 1 million residents, 1,164,815 people according to 2019 data estimates. The second most populous in Siberia and the 8th in Russia. It is also a large transport hub. The Trans-Siberian Railway passes from west to east through the city, and the Irtysh Navigable River from south to north. Chelyabinsk, Russia. The city of Chelyabinsk was founded in September 1736 on the banks of the River Maas. The settlement was a fortress protecting the road from territories behind the Ural Mountains to Orenburg. Today, more than 1 million people live in Chelyabinsk. Chelyabinsk is an administrative center of Chelyabinsk Oblast, which is part of Ural Federal District. Until the end of the XIX century, Chelyabinsk had remained a small city. Thanks to Alexander II, Chelyabinsk regenerated in 1892. That year, Samara-Zlatust Railway was built, which connected Chelyabinsk with the European part of the Russian Empire. From that moment on, Chelyabinsk has started its rapid development. Novokuznetsk, Russia. The city lies along the Tom River just below its confluence with the Kondoma in the Kuznets coal basin. Originally the small village of Kuznets, founded in 1617, stood on the river's right bank. It had about 4,000 inhabitants in 1926. In 1929, under the Soviet First Five-Year Plan, an ironworks was founded on the opposite bank. Around the works a new town grew up, renamed Stalinsk in 1932. Development was extremely rapid, and the fully integrated iron plant became one of the largest in the Soviet Union. A second such plant was built in 1960–68. In 1961, the city was renamed Novokuznets. In addition to iron and steel, it produces ferroalloys and aluminum. Yekaterinburg, Russia. Yekaterinburg lies at the crossroads between Europe and Asia, east of the slopes of the Ural Mountains in central Russia. The Continental Divide is 30 kilometers west of the city. Yekaterinburg is Russia's third or fourth largest city with a population of 1.5 million. It was founded in 1723 and is named for Peter the Great's wife. Catherine I. Peter recognized the importance of Yekaterinburg and the surrounding region for the rapid industrial development necessary to bolster Russia's military power. Perm, Russia. Perm is the most eastern city of Europe, and therefore its province is often referred to as Eurasia. Having a population of 1 million, Perm is one of the largest cities in Russia and the second largest in the Urals. The city was formerly called Molotov, after the Minister of Foreign Affairs during Joseph Stalin's ruling. Perm stretches 65 kilometers along the impressive Kama River, Europe's fourth largest river by length. The Perm province, Permsky Krai, or Prikamy, is around 2/3 the size of the United Kingdom and covers a great area in the very heart of the Ural Mountains. Krasnoyarsk, Russia. The Krasnoyarsk territory is located in central and eastern Siberia in the Yenisei River basin. In its central part, the region stretches for about 3,000 kilometers from north to south. It extends for about 1,250 kilometers from east to west in the north, and about 650 kilometers along the Trans-Siberian Railway. The terrain along the left bank of the Yenisei is a lowland plain. To the east of the Yenisei are the Tunguska Ridge and the Yenisei Plateau, rising up to 1,104 meters. In the south of the region are the 3,000 meters high Eastern Sayan Mountains. So this was our today's video. I hope you all liked this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe my channel. And also share it with your friends and family. We will be back soon with a new video. Till then, keep supporting and take care.